All right, welcome back. Twin Falls police just released new footage from the In-N-Out shooting in Idaho. Three people lost their lives and several others were injured, so obviously a much more serious one here. So let's take a look at what the police released here.
The gunman arrives at the drive-thru in a white Honda Civic. When he reaches the payment window, the gunman shoots the first victim, Ashley Garibay, who later succumbed to her injuries at the hospital. The gunman
Oh my God.
proceeds in the drive-thru, parking his car. He then shoots the second victim, Christopher Claunch, in his vehicle, who is pronounced dead at the scene.
Oh my
Former
God.
Twin Falls police officer and former Idaho State Police trooper, Austin James, runs towards the incident where he encounters the gunmen and is the third victim shot.
Whoa. Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right here. So, dude has shot three people in a very short amount of time. I worked at McDonald's when I was younger at a drive-through. So sad to just go to work and think you're gonna hand someone their burger and you lose your life like that. Obviously, this guy is a piece of shit, evil person. But we saw the shooter just turn the corner there and shoot the second victim who was sitting in their car. Man, it's a very sad situation. But I'd like to think that if I hear a gunshot, I'm in a drive-through, typically if I'm gonna drive through, I have my family with me. I'm pulling off. I'm trying to get out of there. This is why it's so important to try and be aware of your surroundings at all times, because unfortunately things like this happen. But let's continue on.
Mr. James retreats and draws his handgun preparing to engage the gunmen.
My question is, why wasn't the former police officer gun drawn? I mean, I've never been in an active shooter, so I don't mean to sound judgmental, but I would just think if you're a former police officer and you hear gunshots, you should have had your gun drawn already.
Due to his severe injury and blood
Oh,
loss,
he's
he is
leaking.
pulled back into his vehicle and given aid before going to the hospital.
Here we go. Now someone's trying to reverse and get out. Barely. Oh,
The
hell no.
gunman returns to the payment window and observes employees rendering aid to Ashley. He fires into the window a second time before his handgun jams, and he returns to his vehicle to retrieve a rifle.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. Oh
Inside the restaurant, an off-duty Idaho State Police trooper assists in evacuating patrons and employees while he searches for the threat.
my. Hey, you know what? I gotta stop you here. Oh, he got the long gun out now. Dude, I I understand that fear can paralyze people sometimes, but going back to this, if you're not shot, you need to be running. I've worked in fast food before. I know a lot of people personally who've worked at In-N-Out before. I'm from Southern California. I love In-N-Out. I live in Dallas now, and I'm pissed that I live 30 minutes away from one. Typically, you get really good food there and really good service there. And, I understand that maybe people wanted to help the victim, but I hear gunshots and I'm running. I am gone. I'm surprised that this much time has elapsed in the shooting and like everyone is still just kind of ducking, not moving, but I guess you can only attribute that to fear. Let's continue. They're crawling over each other, man.
Inside
They
the
don't even know what to
restaurant,
do.
an off-duty Idaho State Police trooper assists in evacuating patrons and employees while he searches for the threat.
Oh, this is a brave man right
With the
here. Oh my
rifle,
God.
the gunman runs back to the drive-thru and fires at nearby patrons before returning to the payment window for a third
Oh my
time.
God. He's outside though. He's outside, dude. He's trying to clear the inside of the building, but the dude has been outside the entire time. But there's no way he knows that, so he's trying to clear the area and get everybody out, so I guess that's good, but who are these guys?
The off-duty ISP trooper and the gunman exchange fire. The gunman retreats
Oh.
before returning to the payment window for a fourth time, firing inside and striking the fourth victim, a Good Samaritan who is attempting to assist the off-duty trooper and render aid to the victim inside. The gunman proceeds to the food window. Upon seeing no one inside, he moves on.
All he's thinking about is kill, kill, kill. Who can I kill? That's crazy. Why are these cars still here? Hey, yo, let me pause it. Why
In
are
the
these
drive
cars still here? What is going on? Now I'm kind of pissed off. There's been enough time that all of these cars should have peeled off. If I'm bumping a bumper, if I'm knocking into something, I don't care. Why are these vehicles still parked here? I mean, really?
through, a woman fleeing from inside the restaurant runs alongside the building before encountering the gunmen. She takes
Oh
cover behind his vehicle and picks up the handgun he left behind.
my God.
Discovering it is jammed, she discards the pistol as she runs away, and the gunman walks towards Blue Lakes Boulevard North. The gunman fires at multiple vehicles that are stopped at a red light, striking 3
Holy
victims.
crap. What makes you start shooting in and out drive-through? That's such a weird point to start an assault. I mean, no point makes sense, but Jesus.
A good
He
Samaritan with
snaps?
a handgun engages the gunman who is running north towards the Tesla charging station. The gunman shoots the 8th victim in the first Tesla. He
Oh
then
my
shoots
God.
the 3rd deceased victim, Dale Schultz, and his passenger, the 10th victim, in the second Tesla.
Oh my God.
The gunman proceeds through the parking lot towards the Twin Falls Visitors Center. He is seen by people inside who evacuate the store.
It's very fortunate he's like kind of in the middle of nowhere and there's like not a
The
lot of
first
people.
officer arrives on scene. The off-duty ISP trooper directs him towards the gunmen.
Look at all the
3
bikes
people
there.
in the
Uh-oh.
visitors center are unable to evacuate and shelter inside as the gunman enters. Employees from nearby stores evacuate to the walking trail, believing the gunman is in the front parking lot. The gunman exits the visitors center and proceeds to the trail where he encounters 2 employees. One bravely engages with the gunmen, allowing others coming down the trail time to turn around escape. As they separate, the gunman fires towards the employee. He then runs up the path as officers approach.
Man, kill this
Officers pursue
motherfucker.
up the trail searching the pathway, construction site, and canyon edge while receiving reports of a possible second gunman.
Hey, police! Can you hear me? Okay, do you see a man? Where'd he go? That way?
Beautiful scenery though. Look at that.
We saw my TJ Maxx. I think you know, look that way.
Between the construction site and Petco, an officer locates the gunman off the trail.
Hey! Show me your hands!
As the officer challenges him, the suspect dies of a self-inflicted gunshot wound and falls into the canyon.
Okay, so that wraps up the release from Twin Falls PD. Man, my heart goes out to all the victims, particularly the ones that lost their lives. Absolutely life-changing, even for those who were fortunate enough to survive, to be involved in something like that. Even if you weren't shot, you know, I can only imagine how traumatic it must be if you were any of those In-N-Out employees, if you were anyone just having lunch there. I gotta say, though, like, I don't understand why the people in the drive-thru didn't move. I wouldn't have done this if I had my family in the car, but like, man, if I was alone, I'm running that guy over. I don't know. I'm trying to hit him with my car. He has a gun. It seemed like almost everyone froze. Again, that must be fear. You had some brave individuals who were willing to run towards the danger, and of course the police department and those officers who chased him down. That must be terrifying to be a police officer and be like hoping it's a smooth, easy day to having to chase down a mass shooter. So big shout out to those officers, to everyone who did step in an attempt to stop the shooter. It seemed like a lot of people froze. It's really important to keep in mind that unfortunately these things can happen, and to be aware of your surroundings, to keep your head on a swivel. It's unfortunate, but it is the reality. So hopefully the FBI and the Twin Falls police were able to find out a little bit as to why this guy did this. Obviously he shot himself, so to me, I wish he would have been able to face justice, but at the same time, at least we don't have to fund his breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of his life in the penitentiary. So maybe it was for the best. We never know what people are going through. There's no excuse for his actions, and ultimately glad that it didn't turn out to be much worse. But crazy video here.